All right, everybody, we got a different one for you today. You know, we talk about Africa and African Americans a lot. A lot of people in America want to know where they came from. They want to know where their ancestors came from. Well, today we're going to talk about Africans versus African Americans, and even what we should identify ourselves as. Right? All right, Team Black Star up next. Hit it, Dane. All right, all right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Team Black Star. You know me, I am the Black Knight, and I'm joined by the African Princess, Victoria Abina Beko, coming straight out of Ghana, Africa. And we're going to talk about all things African and African American. That's what this show is about. to show us about all things African and African American. We are trying to bridge the gap between our brothers and sisters on the continent and here in the United States. So let me introduce the lovely princess herself, Miss Victoria Abina Beckel. How are you? Are you here?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I'm here. I'm good.
You
And
all right? All
how's?
right. Uh huh.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. And how's America? How's my brothers and sisters over there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You ready to get into this? Because we're gonna go dive right into the differences and some of the things that Africa has and what America don't have as far as treatment of the people, and different experiences as we grow up, from a child to an adult. You know what I'm saying? All right, so
Yeah.
let's get right into it, right? And so,
Okay.
and people in the chat, if you have questions for Victoria, put them in the chat. And Dame, you're here too, right? Where's Dame at?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, keep an eye on the chat in case they got questions. Okay, and let us know when there's questions coming in. All right, so I'm gonna start it off. So, Victoria, let's get right to it. Right?
Okay.
What do you think, in your opinion, what should African Americans identify themselves as, and why?
Okay. For my opinion, they should identify themselves as an African.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The reason why they should identify themselves as an African is that through slaving that they took their forefathers and their great great parents to America. They wasn't belong to America.
Mm-hmm.
They were African. Their ancestors from Africa. So they should not they be consistent that they are American. They are African. If it's not be slavery, they shouldn't be in
Mm-hmm.
America. They will be in Africa. So for me, to my little
Mm-hmm.
knowledge, is that we should call them an African, not African American.
So let me say this though, right? Some people will say, well, you have some Africans, right? Like we have Ghanaians over here. We have Nigerians over here, right?
Okay.
The Nigerians don't consider us African, okay? We've
Okay.
had, and I've told you myself, I've had bad experiences with Nigeria. I really don't like Nigerians, right? I'm not sure if most people in America like Nigerians, but they don't identify themselves. I'm sorry, they don't identify us as African. They call us an American. Some call us, cotton pickers and things and stuff like that. So, what do you say to that when you're saying that we should identify as Africans? And I hear what you're saying. It makes a lot of sense what you're saying on why we should identify as Africans. But there's a lot of Americans who see Africans like Nigerians who don't see us as Africans. So what do you say to that? What's your take on that?
Okay. Yeah, I understand the reason why Nigerians are some kind of people that they do discrimination and they doesn't know actually the history of African and American. They doesn't know the history about it. All they
Mm-hmm.
do is that they go in for what they want. They don't think about their brothers who have been stole from them to different continents or to
Mm-hmm.
different countries. So we are here in Ghana, we are trying to find that we need our brothers and sisters that those British and the Europeans people still learn from us. We are looking for them, and we want to bring them back to their ancestors to have a talk with them so that they will
Mm-hmm.
understand where they are coming from and where us Nigerians doesn't know this. So that's why most of Americans doesn't like Nigerians because they sell out.
Okay, well, let me say this too right now. Okay, when you have other Africans over here, like Ethiopians, you have Ghanaians. Now, the ones who speak French a lot are those Ethiopians or Ghanaians, because there's one over here that I've seen a lot, and they speak French a lot. Would that be the Ethiopians? Oh, am I coming through?
Yeah,
You coming through?
yeah,
Okay,
we are coming.
now, yeah, I worked with a lot of Africans. Now, are the ones who speak a lot of French, are those the Ethiopians or the
No,
Ghanaians?
no, they are from Togo and they speak the
Togo?
French. Yeah,
Okay, so the Togo Africans, right? Now, people would say, okay, you have African communities over here in America. Now, they just heard you say that African Americans should identify themselves as African. And
yeah,
you put up a very good reason why, and I'm not going to disagree with that. Okay. But we have to also look at what's going on over here in real time, right? You have African communities over here, like the Ghanaian community. There are some Ethiopians and the Togos, right? I'm gonna call them
yeah,
Togos for now. And they don't. Now I've seen some marriages between Ghanaians and African Americans. I have seen that. So Ghanaians have reached out somewhat, but the other ones don't. They tend to stay to themselves. When they get over here, they stay on, in the group. Even when you're working on the job with them, they'll talk to you, but they won't, see you as a friend. They would just stay amongst themselves. Like they don't really fraternize with us like that. So how does that now? When people hear you say we should identify as African, and then we see those African communities, their behavior doesn't match what you say, right?
yeah,
Like the Ghanaians. Well, I'm not going to say the Ghanaians haven't reached out at all, because like I said, I've seen some Ghanaians marry some African American women. I've seen that, right? And vice
yeah,
versa. But the other ones, the Togos, the Eastern Africans, the Ethiopians, they don't reach out to us. And we already talked about the sellout Nigerians. They
yeah.
don't like come together with us and treat us as African. Even when we work on the same job together, they kind of separate themselves. They will even tell you that, hey, I'm not an African American. I am African, right? And so they kind of separate themselves. So when you got that kind of behavior, people are wondering or questioning the validity of what you're saying, right? Why should we identify as Africans when we already have African communities over here that won't even reach out to us, won't even fraternize with us? So what's your take on that?
Okay. Yeah, for that, the most of Africans are not related to the Americans. That you see, these are the kind of things that we have to know before we being related to you as a Black American. Most of Africans have to understand that Black Americans are our family and they are our sisters and brothers who something happened before going to that continent or to that country over there. It's not that they just stood up and they say they are traveling traveling to America. So we have to teach ourselves the history of the both of us in between African and the Americans. Americans have to
Mm-hmm.
teach their history to the Africans, and the Africans have to also to teach the Americans their history, so that we can come together as one people, and then we can be one as an African. Without
Okay.
that,
Abby, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you, but it seemed like you have a guest. Name, who is it?
It is Jazz and Justice.
Jazzy. I thought you said Nigeria.
Well, he's a Nigerian.
Okay, so they're Nigerian. Okay. Abby, do you want them up? This is your show. It's your call.
he's a Nigerian.
Yeah, yeah. They're Nigerian.
Okay, he can be here.
Okay. Let them up.
All right.
The princess has spoken. This is her show.
Yeah,
So go ahead,
yeah.
Abby.
So we have to teach ourselves the both sides, so that people will understand us that, hey, this is what happened in Africa. This was what we went through. Okay, this is what Americans went through. So when we know this in between the African and then Americans, we can be one. And we're going to understand ourselves that, hey, we are African. We are not a black American or African American, but we are African, because we black American doesn't know the much history about Africa.
Mm-hmm.
They doesn't know. All they know is that through slaving they took them to America, but they don't know actually what Africans went through. And
Mm-hmm.
when you come to that too, Americans, that we Africans too, we doesn't know what Americans also went through as they being our brothers. We never knew.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
these are what we have to do. We have to proclaim, we have to declare it, and everybody to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to teach it in our schools, so that our children that are coming have to know the history of Americans and the black Americans and the Africans.
Okay. All right, Abby. You have a guest on the panel. His name is Jazz, or her name is Jazz. Um, you want to unmute Jazz?
Yes, hi. Thank you
Hi.
for accepting me on the panel. I know we Nigerians have a bad rap, so I'm not faulting you for being wary of letting me up here.
Uh huh.
Okay.
No, no, no. It's okay. I just
Hey,
wanted to make
hi,
sure she
Jack.
wanted. Yeah, because it's her show. I didn't want to overrun her show. You know what I'm saying? Okay, go ahead.
No, I just I came in when Sister Abena was talking about Nigerians, and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree. Unfortunately, a lot of Nigerians do have coonish ways,
Uh
and
huh.
they come to the U.S. and think that they can look down on Black Americans, and
Mm-hmm.
they try to separate themselves, and they somehow feel that they're different, and it's because they believe that if they think that they're different, then white people will accept them more, which is not
Uh huh.
true.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely know that because I'm Nigerian, but I've been in the U.S. since I'm 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see me walking down the street, you wouldn't be able to tell that I'm Nigerian.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like all white people, they see us the same. I mean, there's no,
Mm-hmm.
and it really does boil my blood, because I feel like, how dare you come to this country as a guest and look down on the people whose blood, sweat, and tears made it possible for you to enjoy the freedoms that you are enjoying right now. And
Yes.
so, um, and it's funny because I feel like some of my fellow Nigerians will probably view me as a coon, because I don't side with them. I side more with Black Americans. Like, I love you guys, and
Mm-hmm.
I also, the other thing too is I feel like the ones that grew up here are a little bit better than the ones that come after high school or college. The ones that grew up here, they're able to like grow up with Black Americans and see how things really
Mm-hmm.
are and understand this racist system. And what I've noticed is
Mm-hmm.
that a lot of my friends who are also Nigerian, who grew up here, they kind of agree with me and feel the same way I do. It's the newcomers, the ones that didn't go to school here, that come here and don't understand.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you. Let me ask you this. Okay. Okay. Did you hear the beginning of the show?
I came in about 8 minutes in.
Okay. At the beginning of the show, I asked Abina. I said, um, what do you think African Americans should identify as? Should they identify as African American or African? She said African. So give me your take on that. Do you also think that African Americans should identify themselves as African and just drop the American part?
I think African American, well, I think Black Americans should identify themselves however they want to. Um,
Mm-hmm.
however they feel like, and it's not my place to tell somebody else what they should call themselves.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do wish that more African Americans had the opportunity to go visit the
Mm-hmm.
African continent and see for
Mm-hmm.
themselves, so that they are able to make a judgment on how Africans on the continent actually feel about them, because I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I also wanted to touch on, there's this talking point that white people and some other minorities say. They say that, oh, how come Africans are able to come to the U.S. and succeed, whereas Black people in America, they don't succeed. So it must not be racism. And I have a response to that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like white supremacy and racism, it not only affects you emotionally, it has a psychological effect that does damage
Mm-hmm.
to the Black psyche and the Black self-esteem. And
Mm-hmm.
so when you come from a country that is run by other Black people, your president is Black, your doctors are
Mm-hmm.
Black, your teachers are Black, your lawyers are Black, everybody around you is Black. It instills a certain type of self-esteem in you that no matter what country you go to outside, you already have that ingrained in you that you can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when you have to share a country with these demons, where you go to school, you have racist teachers, you have racist doctors, you have racist people at the store, that is exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
That is exhausting to the psyche. So that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Yeah.
why I feel like the foreign Blacks are able to come here. They succeed despite racism, not because there is no racism.
Mm-hmm.
They have a sense of self-esteem already, and that's built into them, that
Mm-hmm.
that lets them know that, okay, even if somebody does say something racist to me, I'm just gonna get over it, ignore it, whatever. I'm gonna do what I need to do to make money regardless. Whereas
Okay.
if you go up here and you just get beat down every day in the media, in society, it just kind of wears you down.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where the difference is, I feel.
Okay. I'm going to say one more thing before, and then I'm going to turn it over to Abby. Let's go
Okay.
back to the African thing. Now, you said that African Americans should identify themselves by whatever they want, right? Now, you've been
Yes.
here since you were 6. So
Yes.
you've seen the racism,
Yes,
all
I
right?
have.
You've experienced it. You just articulated it very well. Why not take a hard line stance and say, hey, our ancestors were from Africa. We should identify as Africans. Why not take the hard lines? You see, Abina took a hard line stand and say, yes, the African Americans here should identify as Africans because that is where their ancestors are from, and that is who we are. I'm curious though, why didn't you take a hard line stance? Why did you pretty much stay away from that?
Well, one, I did see some people in the chat saying that they're not African and that they believe more
Hmm.
along the Hebrew line of thinking, I guess. And then the other thing is, I know that, like, I kind of understand how some feel disconnected from Africa and from Africans. So I don't want
Hmm.
to like force them to identify with a continent that they don't feel like they have a connection to. But again,
Okay.
like I said, I do
All right.
wish that every black person had the opportunity to go travel and see what it's like to be surrounded with other black people doing things in a country that's run by black people, because that has a positive effect on you, and it helps you to see the world differently.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to jump in there.
Okay.
Did she get cut off?
Yeah, I'm here.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. The last thing he said what? Please, if you can repeat, if she can repeat what he said,
I'm sorry, which part? The part
no,
about mhm.
the last question he asked you, and you just say, I did not hear what you said. I forget about it. Oh shit, man.
Oh, I think he asked me why not take a hard
Okay.
line stance on whether Black Americans should identify as African or not.
Yeah. Okay.
And you feel
Yeah,
that
that
they
is it.
should
Yeah, that is it.
identify as African.
Yeah, that is it. So they have to identify themselves like African, African, not a black or not an African American, because they
Hmm.
are blacks and their ancestors are coming from Africa. When we said now
Hmm.
we are looking for their ancestors, we are not going to look for them in America. We will
Right.
come back to Africa and look for them over here. So that is why I go straight forward and said they can call themselves an African, not African American. Yeah. For instance, if you come to where I am now, I'm in Ghana, and if you come to Ghana, we speak a lot of languages. We speak 85 languages in Ghana. We have 16 regions in Ghana. So could you know that maybe our brothers and sisters who most of them might be from Togo, most of them might be from Senegal, South Africa, Nigeria, Benin, and no one knows where they are from. If now somebody may ask me, so where am I from? I don't actually know. But through the way you come back and look for where you are from, that is where we'll show you, or maybe you are Nigerian, you are Ghanaian, you are a South Africa, you are Senegal. You see, that's how we show you Gambia, Kenya, or you are Brazilian. Then we show you where you are from. But if you said we should call, or they should call themselves any kind of name they want to call, no, I disagree with that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I saw somebody in the chat said, I think it's Bell Mort said that if it instills a sense of pride, why do they come here? Unfortunately, it's because of the economic system. But so a lot of people are just coming to the U.S. to make money. Like that's the bottom line.
Yeah,
I
we
do know quite a few who come here. They've made their money. They've been here for decades, and then eventually, when they retire, they're always plan to go back. They always plan to go back and just spend the rest of their lives back home.
Yeah, you see the reason why sometimes they do ask that, why is it that when we are calling them to come back home or to come and meet their ancestors over here, why are we also wishing to be in the States?
Right.
Yeah, we wish to be in the state because of the currency over there is very high. When we
Yeah.
bring it to our cities, or our currency over here is very high. It's a huge money. If I come to America and I work for maybe just 3 or 4 months and I bring my dollars to Ghana, I'm a billionaire over here. That's why you see us
Exactly.
that, that's why you see us that we are rushing to come over America, to come and look for a job to do and come back home. That's why you see most of Africans are rushing to be in America. It's not anything. It's not that they like there because see, imagine if I'm renting a apartment, just a one bedroom apartment in America. It's maybe to cost me $900, one bedroom apartment for a month. That $900 can even pay my rent for maybe 2 years in Ghana.
Right.
And that one I can even get maybe two-bedroom apartment. Not even one. Two-bedroom apartment. So that is why everybody is rushing to come to America to do whatever they want to do over there, to get their money, to get their things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, but basically I just wanted to come on the panel to kind of give a different perspective because I know a lot of people think that a lot of Africans, especially Nigerians, think that we're
yeah,
better than Black Americans, and I just wanted to show that some of us don't. And um, I do not agree with the ones that think that way,
yeah,
and it's not helpful at all because we should actually be sharing a common enemy and a common source of all these problems that we're dealing with. So that's just what I wanted to say.
yeah,
But I kind of do agree with you. I ideally I wish Black people would refer to them as Africans, but I know that that's not possible because, like I said, a lot of them don't have any connection to Africa. They don't know anything about it, so why would
yeah,
they? Like, I don't want to force them to identify
yeah,
themselves a way that they are not comfortable with.
yeah. It's true. Yeah, I'm not forcing them, but I just want them to know something. That is why I say it earlier on that we have to teach them our culture. We have to
Yeah,
let them know what actually we went through and what actually makes them be in where they are.
right.
It's not their fault, but we have to tell them. We have to let them learn from us. Know actually the culture that they belong. You see, when we come to Africa, we have not been rainy season and those stuff. No, look at the way the cops do to a black Americans over the America, and see
Yeah,
how the cops also behave with us in Africa. It's
mm,
a big much different.
it is a big difference. Yeah,
It's a very big much different. When you come to maybe an Africa in Ghana, when a policeman stop you and take you, maybe you have a problem with a policeman, you can go straight forward and talk to the policeman. Oh, this. But when it is America, if you're not lucky, you'll be shot
exactly.
because you are a black person. But when you come to Africa, all the cops are black, all the
They're Black.
militaries are blacks,
They
all
see
of them
you.
are black.
You could be their brother. You could be their sister. They see their family
Yes,
in you, so they don't treat you like an outsider
yes,
like they do here.
yes. They will always treat you as a brother and sister.
Right.
They never treat you badly. No. So that's why for me, I wish all black Americans will bring their children for now to come to Africa and learn their culture very well.
Yeah.
They have to come back to Africa and let the children know. Because the way their mothers, some of them, their mothers did not teach them about our culture, and even their mother himself doesn't know about our culture. So what are they going to teach them?
Hmm.
No?
Well, their mothers could. I mean, the schools don't. TV
Yes,
doesn't. The media doesn't.
because the schools are belongs to the white people. So are you thinking they are going to teach you about your culture? No. The social medias doesn't teach you about your culture. So as we being black people, we being our sisters and brothers, some are from Africa, some are in America. We that we know the good news, we have to declare, we have to proclaim the good news to our brothers who never knew what is going on.
Yes. Mhm.
so that they can learn it, and then they will understand actually what is going on with the black people.
Okay. Well, hey, Hassan says what he noticed difference between us here in the States and our family from the mother continent. They still have their custom and practice, where us we were stripped of our customs and etc.
Yeah.
You think that's also makes a difference too?
Yep. Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I found when they didn't know the history, well, I ran into Ethiopians. They didn't know the history, and they couldn't understand how we didn't know what part of Africa was from, what tribe, what language, none of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to explain it to them, and they still wasn't getting it. So I had to get deeper into it. Like, okay, you try the child being separated from the parent, and they lost the whole history right there just by the separation, not even knowing their parents in some cases. So you think that if you come and teach them yours, that they will adopt the practice and customs and be more African?
You said they should do what? Please, can you repeat again?
Mhm. All right. And Bell said, "Wait a minute, isn't there black people killing black people because of cultural reasons over there? Aren't Nigerians police killing other black people over there?"
Yeah, yeah, I know you're going to talk about Nigerians. I know that's why earlier on I told you something about Nigerians.
Mhm.
Nigerians do sell out. They don't care
They do.
about
Yeah.
this. Yeah. Nigerians always do something to gain what they are looking for. For instance, if a Nigerian meets a white man or a white lady, and a white lady yeah, just tell him that, hey, I want to take you to America, or I want to take you to European country. Are you okay? Do you want to go with me? He don't care that if this white woman said go and kill your father so that I will take you there. He doesn't care. He will kill his father and take the white man to America or the European country. So Nigerians, we have some question mark on them. So we shouldn't do say that because Nigerians are fighting each other with the cops killing each other. I tell
Mhm.
you, they have some kind of behavior in them that nobody wants to learn from them. We have the good ones over there and we have the bad ones. It's not all
Yeah.
of them are bad.
Yeah. It's and that's the thing. It's like
Yeah,
this two-sided face of a lot of African countries where in the media you'll see and hear about all this violence going on in certain countries. But then there's the other side too, where there's a lot of people who are really peaceful and a lot of people who are really just going about their day, taking care of their families, minding their own business. And we have to remember, it's just like here. There are some parts that are very violent, that they talk about in the news, and then there are other parts that are very peaceful, very clean, very good. But that being said, yes, Nigeria does stand out as one of the countries that I would not like if I was to say go visit Africa, I would say either Ghana, Senegal, Rwanda,
yeah,
Tanzania,
Kenya.
or Kenya.
Yeah,
You know, so there's over 50 countries in Africa. Just pick another one to go visit.
yes, yes. Thank you, sister. Yeah. So, yeah, because always, it seems like Nigerians' face have been damaged all on social
Hmm.
media. So when we talk to my brothers and sisters who are in America, when we tell them the truth, they may thinking that because Nigerians has been doing these kind of nasty things to people, They think when they come to Africa, they are going straight to Nigeria. No, there's more African continent that you can come,
Yeah.
and they are even willing to make you feel comfortable.
Hmm.
Especially where I'm living now, I'm in Ghana, and they are calling you to come to Africa because they want you to learn something. They want you to build up your things over here to feel
And
comfortable that we are home.
outside of all the bad stereotypes about Africa, Africans are some of the most hospitable people on this
Yeah,
planet. They're some of the most welcoming, peaceful people. You come to their door, knock on their door, they'll tell you welcome before they even ask you what your name is. I mean,
yes,
so and I think the reason why Africa is in the situation that it is in now is because we are too welcoming. We are not as violent as the Europeans or the
yeah,
Asians, and we've been taken advantage of and been used against each other.
yeah. That's what the white people use against us because they see that we open our arms for people
To
too much.
everybody, to a fault.
Yeah, yeah. They see those things and they stand on it to take everything, a good thing from us. That's what the white people are using. Because now, when you come to Africa, I tell you, white people are having more things more than the blacks. So that's why we are calling you to come so that we can take our good thing that the white people steal from us, and we, the blacks, we can have it.
Hmm.
Because without
Exactly.
you, we can't do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're in Ghana right now?
Yeah, I'm in Ghana.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm in Ghana.
Okay.
So, so I wish all Americans will have to come and look. Okay, for them, for me, they should not come to stay, but they should come and have a look
Yeah,
for them to feel actually what we are talking about it now. They should see it with their eyes, and then they will know actually what we are saying. We are not lying to them, but we are telling them the truth.
I agree. Better to see it with your own eyes. Don't listen to what you've been taught in school or what the news is telling you. Better to come see it
Yeah.
with for yourself and make your own judgment.
Yeah, because let me tell you, they tell us, even the Europeans tell us that, hey, your brothers and sisters who are in America are living queen and a king over there. That's what they tell us as African. That's
Hmm.
what we also have it in our mind that, hey, those, so that means any black American in America is a queen or a king. But you see what they also tell you as a black American over there, they tell you that Africa, when you come to Africa, you're going to see a masculate, you're going to be on
Hmm.
animals, you can't even, you don't
Yes.
have any place to sleep.
And they talk about Africa like it's one country,
Yes,
like it's
they
one
did not even,
like mess.
yeah, they did not even divide it like we have South Africa, this. They just say, they tarnish Africa name, Africa. But when we come to Africa, we have different parts of Africa.
Right.
These are the things that we have to understand. As a blacks, we that we are speaking the good thing, we not having the more people who supporting us or to let us our voice go far. But the bad people, their voice is on everywhere on social media.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So I can tell you now that, hey, everybody is looking for Black American to come back home. Just come back to your motherland and feel free, feel comfortable with your children. If you want your children to be in school in Africa, bring them home. Let them come and learn the African languages. You see, for instance, I'm in Ghana, I speak more than five language, and
Wow.
you are in America, you speak maybe one language.
Hmm.
Apart from maybe the English, no other language again. But for me, I'm in Ghana, I speak more than five languages. So bring your children here to come and learn those kind of languages and let their tongue sound like African. and they can go back and bring the American money to Africa. They go back to America to bring the money over there to Africa. Yeah, yeah. And one thing that I want to talk about it is that people being people being saying that, hey, when you go into Africa, there's nothing that you can do over there. You can't do anything. I think that's a lie. You can do whatever you want to do in Africa. There is
Well,
free.
well, some people, like a lot of people, they like to connect to negative things, right? They
Mm-hmm.
say, well, in Africa, there are people who are scamming. There are people who are doing bad things. Like that's not happening over here in America. So that's what
Right.
I'm confused about. The things that you accuse Africa of that are going on over there, they act as if it's not going on over here,
Right.
right? So my thing is, let's talk about Abby, since you are in Africa and Jazz, you know a lot about it. Let's talk about how perfect Africa is versus how perfect America is. And then
Okay.
maybe we can calm some people's um, feelings about bad things that happen in Africa that seem to go on nowhere else.
So you mean just talk about some of the good things?
No, no, the perfection of Africa. Africa is perfect, isn't it?
Yes.
No,
Africa, no, Africa is not that
it's
perfect.
not perfect.
Oh,
Yes.
Are
I
you
thought
being
it was
sarcastic?
perfect. Oh, really?
No, it's not perfect.
Oh, I thought it was perfect. Let people talk about it. Nothing is supposed to happen over there that's negative or bad.
No.
Right. There's good and bad everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, apparently not. It's only good and bad in Africa.
Right.
Yeah,
Everywhere
everything
you
else is
go,
yeah, everything else is good everywhere, but only in Africa. Okay, there's bad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have people getting robbed in Africa, like you don't have people getting robbed here in America. People act like the stuff that they see in Africa, they don't see going on over here. It's
Exactly.
like everywhere you go is you got good people and you got bad people. Okay, but
yeah,
what I look at is the systemic things that we go through over here, such as racism, race soldiers blowing our brains out, whatever. That doesn't exist in Africa amongst law enforcement, at least not what I've seen. Now,
No.
Kenya may be a different deal with killer cops over there, but that's Kenya. You know what I'm saying? But they're not killing, people. They're going after the gangs over there. That's different. The way they deal with gangs over there is much different than the way we deal with gangs over here.
Right.
Okay, but people let any little thing deter them from going to Africa. Like we had some fool on here eating chicken, you know, talking about don't go to Africa because they live in mud huts. Where's these mud huts? Can y'all talk about these mud huts and where are they? Because I haven't seen any. Now I've seen some old pictures of Africa from way back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I still didn't find a mud hut. Okay, so where's these mud huts that they're talking about?
Well, I was in Nigeria November, December 2019, and I
Hmm.
didn't see any. I didn't see any mud huts.
I know, and you know what? I seen a picture of Accra. I didn't see him. As a matter of fact, Accra looked like American cities, and they look like an American city.
yeah.
It does. It looked like an American city. I didn't know. I saw backyards, clotheslines. I saw houses, apartments, and stores. I seen just about everything I see over here. I didn't see these mud huts. I'm wondering where they're getting these mud huts from. I'm talking about Africa lives in mud huts, African people. Where is that at?
But even besides that, my thing is, who taught you that mud huts are a bad thing?
White folks.
Is it
Exactly. What's
is
wrong?
the white
What's wrong?
people?
What exactly is wrong with a mud hut? They're all
No,
natural. They keep you
yeah,
cool in the heat. Whereas here, you have houses that have lead paint, radon, all these uh, electromagnetic fields poisoning your body.
Yeah,
I mean, who's this? Like, white people have set up this system where you view everything as either inferior or superior.
right.
We have to get that out of our heads.
I'm glad you said that. Matter of fact, I'll be right back. I'm going to find this video for y'all. I'll be right back.
okay. Yeah. So you see, as they are saying, that's why I tell you that it's the white people who tell them that, hey, when you come, you're gonna see mud house and those stuff.
Hmm.
But those mud house they are talking about, it was the olden days,
Hmm.
like 50s.
Hmm.
Those olden days that we have those kind of mud hut, because that time there's no function, there's no light, there's no this kind of computer world that we have now. There's no technology, let me say technology. But now we have a lot of technology and we learn things from the social media, from other countries. So people are now have changed from where they are to different things. It's not like the first. It's not like our great grandfathers. The time that and that time, because there's no farm, when they build a house with a bricks or with a blocks, there will be heat inside that house. If you don't have a fan, you will die. But because they mold those kind of clean, and there's the room will be cold, like you have a fan or you have an air conditioner inside.
Hmm.
Let me tell you something. Firstly, we don't drink water from a bowl or from a barley or from a plastic bottle, but we drink a water from a cooler, which is made with a sand, a clay.
Mm.
You go and fetch it with your cup, then you drink it. And it's very chilled and it's very healthy. When you
Very
drink those
healthy. Yeah.
water, yeah, when you drink those water, you'll be healthy all the time. Look at Africa, the kind of disease that we have, and look at America, the kind of disease you have. You get a whole lot of diseases. They come to Africa, you can see an old man walking without even a lens, walking without a spectacles. But go to America, you can see a young girl, a young child having a spectacles on his face because of the food or because of the things that you eat. It's being healthy. It destroys your system. You have to come to Africa and come and eat the healthy food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
they have to come and eat the healthy food. Especially when you go to Nigeria, you're gonna eat a bar and a goosey stew. For instance, that is Nigerian's food. Yeah, man. You're
Hmm.
gonna eat a bar and a goosey stew. And you come to Africa, we have a whole lot of Ghana, a whole lot of food. We have banku, fufu, and those things. People want to enjoy this kind of good food, and then we have the good herbs that can make you be strong, healthy.
Exactly.
Those are the things that we are calling you to come and do, because you have taken the white man medicine too much, and it's not helping you. It's not making your system good. It's making you weak. You can see somebody who is 45, 46 is having stroke in America. In Ghana, we have stroke, but you will see a grown up like maybe 60, 70, 90s, and it will depends on that person before having the stroke. The kind
Right.
of things that the person have done. It's not about the food, because always we eat fresh food. We don't put our food in the refrigerator. Like you, for instance, in America, they eat incubators egg, but when you come to Africa,
Fresh
the
eggs. Yeah.
the chicken just give the egg from it. You just go and take it. Yeah, without without needing any incubator. You eat fresh food, fresh vegetables if you want it. And some people also do ask that when I come to Africa, Can I live like the way I'm living in America? Why not? You can. You can live like the same way. If you want to live like a rich man, or you are rich in America, and you want to live as a rich man in America, in Ghana, you have a rich cities that you can live. We have Trazaco, we have different. That is the rich man city. You can
Hmm.
live there, and you can have your maid. If you want him to clean your legs for you, they can do it for you because that is what you want. That is what you have been taught. But the people that they want to live like an African, I tell you, when you come, you're going to feel comfortable. And you take this habit and teach your children or your family.
Right.
Because people come here for the medicine that we have. See, ask yourself when this coronavirus just arrived into our home or the world, look at the people who die in America or look at the people who die in European country. Ask yourself, why is that we the blacks we are not dying too much? Because of the herbs that we have. Because our system have been built up with a natural herb. Because the white man they want to destroy the black communities. That's why they said there's a coronavirus everywhere. And they are trying to send those kind of medicine to kill black people.
Yep.
I disagree with them. I don't believe with them that we have any coronavirus. Yeah, we have it, but if you have it, no black man is going to die because we have a quality food. We have a good food.
And that vitamin D from the sun.
Okay, ladies. Oh shucks. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah. So black family and the black communities that we are, we need to study a lot. We need to learn things from our brothers who are here, and we also will learn it from you. You can come and learn the herbs over here and take it to America and make a
Oh,
huge money over there.
okay, ladies. All
Hmm.
right. There's a video that Max wants us to watch and discuss.
Okay.
Okay.
But before I do that, I'm going to be doing the copyright. So
Okay.
here we go. All right. This channel may contain content not authorized for use by its owner. However, according to Section 107 of the Copyright Act of the United States, the fair use of copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research is not an infringement of copyright. Okay, that's in that. And now for the video. Okay. Alrighty.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What's up, Facebook? So, I hear a lot of black people on Facebook talking about they want to move to Africa. Well, move your ass to Africa. I ain't going with you. Fuck that. I'll buy your passport. Because you know what? People in Africa don't even like blacks in America, so I don't even know why y'all even want to go there. And you ain't even from there. You was born here in the U.S. So, and then a lot of people that want to go back, they use government assistance. Well, I hate to break the news, but in Africa, you ain't getting food stamps. You ain't getting no child support check. Why you think Obama's daddy went back to Africa? Because he didn't have to pay child support. Uh, you ain't getting no housing, no Section 8. Shit, you're going to live in a damn hut. And half y'all Negroes are scared of dogs. So I want to know why you want to move to Africa and you're scared of dogs. And then half of y'all need health insurance. Well, I hate to break the news, but in Africa, you ain't getting no damn health insurance because they got flies that'll kill your ass.
They're not paying for that shit. I guarantee you that. So let me know how Farrakhan treat y'all ass. And you know what? Don't worry about police brutality, whatever you call it, because they don't even got police in Africa, okay? You get shot, you just get shot, okay? Your husband knocked you upside the damn head, you just get knocked upside the head. And half y'all like to sue motherfuckers for every damn thing. So you get in a car wreck, guess what? They ain't got lawyers. They ain't even got no damn constitution. Ain't no such thing as rights in Africa. You ain't got no rights. So take your asses on back to Africa all you want to. Let me know how Farrakhan treats you. I'm going to stay here with my white folks, okay? I got white friends. So, and a lot of people want to call me whitewashed. Well, let me tell you something here. I ain't whitewashed. Just because I don't blame the white man for everything, okay? Just because you got 9 kids, that ain't the white man's fault. He didn't push Tyrone inside you. He didn't. When your mama told you to get your ass up and go to school, and you skipped school and dropped out, and you ain't got no college degree, and you working at McDonald's, that ain't the white man's fault. You had the damn opportunity. So I'm still trying to figure out why we blaming the white man, why y'all blaming the white man for every damn thing that's going on in your life. Hell, somebody gonna blame the white man because his car broke down. You bought that raggedy motherfucker. You didn't get an oil change on that damn car. The white man did not set that shit up. So I'm still trying to figure out why we blaming the white man for every damn thing. Okay? Then on top of this, I want to know why, if you was born in the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, the 60s, why are you mad about slavery? It is 2016 going on 17. I'm trying to figure out what y'all mad for. Y'all wasn't no damn slaves. I'm trying to figure some things out. Because, because my thing is, listen here. The whites bought the slaves fair and square, okay? It's called the slave trade. They went over there, traded y'all asses for some damn goods, okay? They gave the Africans blankets. The Africans gave the whites niggas, okay? I'm sorry, okay? The Europeans, pigs come from Europe. So they took the pigs over to Africa, traded the goddamn hog for you. Since y'all think y'all slaves, it was a fair and square deal. They paid cash for y'all niggas. So I don't know why you're mad. Because when none of you know damn slaves, I know that. You don't even know your damn ancestors. Then you want to holler all this Black Lives Matter bullshit. And you know what? I know a lot of people that say Black Lives Matter. I know a lot of black people that leave their grannies and their mamas in a nursing home to die. But you want to scream Black Lives Matter. You don't even care about your damn mama's life. So when y'all move back to Africa, let me know how Farrakhan treats y'all. Because I know one thing, people in Africa is moving here to the U.S. So I'm confused. I don't know why. People in China moving here, people in Mexico moving here. If America that goddamn bad, why the fuck everybody moving here? I'm still trying to figure some shit out. So let me know how that go. How Farrakhan them treat y'all. And you ain't gonna find no good chicken like this over there neither. You ain't gonna find a whole lot of shit over there. And you can't go to the dentist neither. Ain't none of that shit over there. Y'all always want to holler about rights. You ain't getting no rights over there. But stop blaming the white man. Okay, I got white friends. Shit. I don't drink with the motherfuckers because they get you fucked up. Like Cat Williams say. But I got white friends. They help me out. I help them out. Shit. Hell, my sister even got white friends. And shit, they all got each other's back, okay? But I know damn well I can't count on one hand how many Negroes got my back. But let me tell you, I can count on your hand, my hand, on how many white folks done help me out. So I'm just trying to figure out why y'all mad. So let me know. Oh my God. Let me know. Mm, you know when chicken so goddamn good, you can't even talk. So let me know how Farrakhan treat y'all, okay? I'll be here when y'all want to come back. Hit me up. Send your comments and shit. Share this shit. Talk your shit. But ain't none of y'all no damn slaves. Don't blame the white man, okay? The shit going on in your life, okay? Did nobody tell you smoke them damn drugs and go to jail? Did nobody, the white man did not put your head down on the table and make you start that crack. You did that your damn self. Don't blame the white man. Cause your damn baby daddy went to jail for shooting up Taquan. Don't blame the damn white man. Blame the damn self. Pissing me off.
Oh, okay.
That was horrific.
Yeah, yeah.
First of all, that
It's
that channel, the Cynics, was
mhm.
that the name of the channel, the Cynics, with that video? That's a racist white man channel. Anyway, so I'm not surprised he posted that video. But
Oh,
was that
okay.
supposed to be a joke with the chicken?
Yeah, I believe so.
Mm.
Black people love of chicken.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's get okay. Let's see. I get a okay. A lot of the chat is either laughing or let's see. What's go? Kendall, you always late. He voted for Trump. I bet his hands agrees as F. Damn, he's going in. Boy, he's getting all the negative stereotypes. He ain't even eating chicken. He's even eating chicken. Effing clown. Who said they were mad? Sounds like he's mad more than they are. Let's see. Looks like Grandpapa. Clean the bone foods. Yeah, some let's see what else. Somewhere he said I can agree and reason with. Let me see. Dumsum in Ghana, y'all don't talk about slaying your electricity like it ain't nothing but a chicken wing. Okay, everybody got jokes. You could smell Becky all over his breath. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's him catering to white society. They all end up getting their wake up call soon.
Yeah. I know that people will be talking about this doomsday electricity that is going on in Africa, or we having a blackout sometime without informing. They are not being informing us yet. The blackout, the reason why they have not been informing us is that you see, Africa is different, and we cannot compare Africa to America. America have its own name. Africa also have its own name. I know Ghana we have a domso, but let me tell you, the rich people that they are here, they have their plants without having this kind of domso, and their light is heavy on when the light is off. So if you come here and you want to live the same life, you okay with it. You can buy your lamp or your generator and on it. Especially in Nigeria, when you go to Nigeria, you're going to see a whole lot of generator working all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, so somebody told me it's almost like at this point there's no incentive to have a nationwide electrical thing because the generator business is so big. Everybody has a generator. So what's the point?
Yeah, when you go to, yeah,
Okay. All right. Well, oh, somebody was telling me no, that dude was very serious. He meant every word he said.
He
Okay,
was
so
serious.
and okay, so what about the things he said about Africa? About uh okay, there's no welfare, there's no insurance, um there's no police, there's no child support.
okay,
Hmm.
okay. Let me talk about the welfare that he's talking about. You see, Africa being a poor country, and then so the society or the communities or the government who have to create a welfare for his country people. And one, they are not doing it because there's a corrupt with the politician itself. We don't have a welfare, but when you go to other places, they have a welfare. That's up. And he was also talking about the child support. Yes, we don't have a child support. That's why most of our children are on the streets because the leaders and then the politician that they have to do it, they are not doing it and they are just spending our money. They take the tax money and they spend it. Instead of them to build up something for the children to be as a future leaders, they are not doing it. And then they take the money for their own things that they've been doing. They don't care about the children on the streets. So yeah, I agree that he was talking about that we don't have a child support. It's true. So that's why we are looking for you so that you come, we be one that we can create some of these things in Africa. The child support in Africa, then uh sorry, we create a child support in Africa that can help the children who are on the street selling the water, selling those things, and then they hang around the streets so that we can bring them from the streets to home. And I don't blame anybody, I blame the politician because they are the leaders who take the money from everyone and they take our taxpayer money to do nothing in Africa than spending it in their mouth. Yeah. And then Dim, you were saying he mentioned something else. I think actually,
The medical system, health
yeah.
insurance, and they saying there's no police.
No, who said no police?
That's not true.
We have a
Uh,
police. The medicine system is very good over here. Why have you seen more African being falling sick of other diseases? No.
And again, he just said Africa. So a lot of those issues, it depends on what country you're talking
Yeah,
about. It's different.
mhm.
Every
yeah,
country in Africa is different. So I'm
yeah,
not gonna take anything he says seriously.
yeah. Because that's why I said most of them are doing it. Other countries are doing it, but other countries are not doing it. And we have a government for each and other country in Africa. When you come to Senegal, Senegal have its own government. When you come to Nigeria, Nigeria have its own government. Ghana have its own government. Kenya, Gambia, every country in Africa have its own government who is governing the country. So we cannot compare the one country maybe is not doing the right thing to all other countries. There is a different country in Africa. And now, as he is talking, he is not the rare or the specific country that he's talking about, but he's just saying Africa because he wants to poise the Black Americans' mind so that they will not care and they will not listen to what or what Africans will tell them.
And also, he wants to pander to white people.
Yes,
So,
because see what he said. He said he have a white girlfriend.
oh, he
Oh,
did? I
Yeah,
thought he said he had a white friend and that his sister had some white friends.
you see, this dude doesn't want to work. He's a lazy man. Yeah, so he depends on a woman or he depends on a friend that this white friend can help him.
Okay. Okay. Well, what about his education? But
What a
oh,
what
go
a
ahead.
okay, that fool. Let me address something. Okay, the healthcare system in Africa. Remember, we're talking about a continent. 54 countries that have a different healthcare system. It's no different than America when all of the 50, 53, 50, 50,
50 states.
yeah, all of the 50 some odd states have different healthcare systems. Okay? The healthcare system in North Carolina isn't the same as it is in New Jersey. New Jersey isn't the same as it is in Illinois. Illinois isn't the same as it is in Texas. Okay? So each state has different healthcare systems. Some states in America got some of the worst healthcare you've ever seen. Some states in America don't even take care of the elderly. The elderly are homeless, and the elderly are out working on bullshit ass jobs like McDonald's. Okay, you got some states in America that don't give a shit about veterans. Okay, and so when you look at the non-child support system issue, right? It's because Africa is a continent where the man is supposed to take care of his children, right? So maybe they do need a child support system because if the children are running in the street because the fathers aren't taking care of them, it's no different than a large contingent of deadbeat dads and absentee fathers over here. The difference is that the kids aren't in the street as much because the black woman is a single baby mama. So often the child has a place to lay his or her head, right? But as far as the healthcare system, like y'all said, each country is different, just like each state is different here in America. Now, everybody don't believe in welfare. Every country is different. Some countries have a welfare system, and some don't. What's going on in those countries? So, if you want to go to a country, you need to look up how that country is before you go there. Okay, like some people like Japan, right? But there's some things going on in Japan that don't happen here. Like for example, if you get into an accident in Japan and you're a foreigner, right? Even if you didn't even move, right? It's partially your fault. You can be sitting in the car somewhere in Japan, and a Japanese national can run their car into your car. Your car can be off. You can just be sitting there on your cell phone, but you're going to be partially blamed for the accident, even though you didn't do anything. Even though your car wasn't even moving. You're going to be partially blamed for the accident because you are a foreigner. The way they see it, if you weren't in their country, you wouldn't have been there for the Japanese national to run into. Now, that may sound crazy to us, but that's absolutely real over there. Okay, so, we have to be careful in how we get, compare countries to our country. Everybody doesn't live like us. Everybody doesn't have their system set up the way we're set up. And they have different resources over there than we have over here. Like in Africa, they have an abundance of fresh this and fresh that and animals everywhere. I mean, they have an abundance. We don't have that over here. They spraying chemicals everywhere, chemtrails. We got endangered species and shit all over the place. We got all this processed food, packaged food. I just found out that when you get milk, it has a 30-day expiration date, right? By the time it get to you, you only got like 3 or 4 days left on it. You know, so the shit he was spewing was trash. Obviously he's a coon. That's an old thing, but he's even worse now. I was trying to find a more updated one, but he's one of those guys out there talking about don't go to Africa, because he did mention the hut and all that shit. Obviously, you don't know what the hell he's talking about. Talking about they don't have any damn police and all that shit. All right, so that was ridiculous right there. But the child support thing, that could be an issue. So Abby, how do they get around that? Is the children just in the street? Or are they working on trying to do something about that?
Yeah, they are just on the streets and they work out. So if your child is on the street, sometimes the mother do care, but sometimes the father are not caring. So these children went to the streets to find their daily bread. They work and bring money home to support their mother.
Oh, so when you say, oh, okay, all right, I misunderstood. So when you say they're on the street, they're on the street working.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's totally different. I was thinking of something else. I thought they were abandoned on the street, sleeping on the street and all that stuff. So you're saying they're on the street working, trying to support their mother, trying to support their family.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I've seen them as young as 5, 6, selling water out there trying to help their parents.
See, well, my thing is, the thing about white people is they create the problem and then come in and pretend to be the savior.
Yeah.
So my question is, why do you need a medical system? Why do you need welfare? Why do you need this and that? Because they created the system that causes you to need those things in the first place. So if you are in Africa and you are eating the natural organic foods and you are out in the sunshine and you are walking and getting your exercise, you would not be getting diabetes. You would not be getting high blood pressure. You would not be getting all these crazy diseases that we have because of the crap food that we're eating in this system that they set up.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to confuse. All right. I'm seeing two different things on child on the street, high rates of kidnapping, and then Emmanuel Briggs answer high rate of child kidnapping here in America too. Okay, look, y'all. Hey, we're not saying you have to go to Africa or anything. You don't want to go. You don't want to go. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. You don't have to go. We're trying to give you a balance. See the good and the bad, so you be more informed. Okay, all right. Just like here in America, you're going to run into good and bad black people. Shooks, you can run into them around the corner from your house. Both sides. Okay, there's gonna be some of that in Africa too. No place is perfect. You expecting the so-called Wakanda perfection? That's not Africa. Don't go there looking for perfect country. There's no such thing. But get to know Africa, and then realize each country is individual. We keep saying Africa as in the whole continent, but okay, we got Ghana, Abana.
Yeah, let me hold on.
Hmm?
Then let me address something.
Hmm?
As far as the kidnapping and stuff like that, right? Let's not act like we don't have all these child pornography rings over here in America. Let's not act like we just didn't see, a whole island where you had stars going to that island to where they had child prostitution. There's so many pedophile rings over here in America. It's ridiculous. Okay, so let's not act like America has some room to talk when it comes down to either child kidnapping, child pornography, and child pedophilia. Okay,
Yeah.
let's not act like that don't exist over here, because there's so many damn pedophile rings. Matter of fact, damn, they all Hollywood, all the white men in Hollywood, almost all pedophiles. So, and I don't know about all of this high rate of child kidnapping in Africa, but I know there's a high rate of it over here. I mean, we even got milk cartons with missing kids on it. Remember?
Yeah.
Amber alerts going off every time you turn around because some kid has been abducted. There's a tape that I can play to where this white woman talked about the Illuminati and being a sex slave as a child. And all of the people that she's seen come over there, all of these so-called stars, there was a manifesto that I did not too long ago of stars who were on their way to that island that had all of those young prostitute children over there. There was a lot of names on that list. I mean, you heard them, right? The Oprah Winfreys, the John Legends, the Akons, So let's not act like that doesn't happen over here. I would even argue that it happens more over here than anywhere else. I mean, we got so many child pornography rings over here and pedophile rings. It's ridiculous. Go ahead, y'all. I just wanted to set the record straight on that.
Okay. Oh yeah, as we're saying, we're trying to give the back. Okay, Abena can tell you about Ghana. Jazz can tell you what she knows of Nigeria. Okay, you saying that we got plenty of problems here, you shouldn't trade and go over there. Okay. But there are people that they do want to go. I just say they need to go informed. And
let me say this too, because I'm seeing some really slick comments in the chat, right? Check this out. No one is putting a gun to your head to go anywhere. All right, so you can save your comment about where you ain't gonna go. That's not what we're asking anybody to do, nor are we forcing anybody to do anything. We're just presenting some information so people can make a decision on their own and say, all right, well, I want to check it out or whatever. That's your decision. All right? But ain't nobody in here trying to tell any of y'all to do anything. So that we're clear. I don't give a damn about where you don't want to go. Ain't nobody trying to force you to go anywhere. Y'all here talking slick like somebody trying to force you to do something. We're not doing that. Go ahead. Sorry about that. I'm just tired of seeing the slick comments in the chat like we trying to force somebody to do something.
Yeah, I agree. Like you said, I'm not saying I'm not trying to force anybody to go to Africa, or I'm just here to talk about the misconceptions on both sides. The same way people all over the world have a lot of negative things to say about America, and specifically Black Americans. There's a lot of negative propaganda against Africa.
Yeah.
And when you travel to the different places and see it for yourself, then you're able to see past those talking points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because no one is.
We're just preventing. Yeah, we're just preventing. Yeah. We're just providing some information. We're trying to give you a fair view of Africa because, people have said so many bad things about Africa, and we have somebody from Africa here to talk about it, whatever. But, you got some people in the comment acting like we're trying to force them out of this country. Ain't nobody
Yeah,
doing that. If
because
you don't want to go nowhere, don't fucking go nowhere.
yeah, because
But
people
don't
want to
come in
go
here
where
acting
they
like we trying to force you to go some damn where you don't want to go. That shit pissing me off, man. This slick shit going on in the chat. Anybody telling y'all to go no damn where? Yeah, sorry about that, man. Shit just people, man. Like I
yeah.
said, we just preventing information. I mean, I'm sorry, presenting information. So goddamn upset, I can't even talk about it. We're just presenting information. That's all we're doing. Go ahead, y'all.
And I
Yeah.
think the, the
You
the
know,
the part that gets me too is when we hear like people, say things, it's like said with a sense of disdain and like this
Yeah,
vitriol.
like we
Like
fucking making them, yeah.
you hate
Like we
Africans,
telling you
and
to,
then on the flip side, Africans, when they talk about it's like this hatred, and it's like, why
yeah.
are you hating on another black person? Like, we are not the ones that created this division amongst each other. Like there's an outside force that we need to be focusing on. There's like this hatred, and it's like not fair. I feel like it's just like an unwarranted hatred that underlies, you know, talking points when we talk about each other, and I just don't like that.
yeah, it's just that people kill me talking about, well, I'll stay here. All right, but stay your ass here. Nobody ain't asked you to go nowhere in the first place. Like I said, we just preventing information, people. We have, a sister here who lives in Ghana, lives in Africa, and she's giving you a
see,
different perspective about
Mr.
Africa.
Mars, let me
Uh
tell you
huh.
something. The one who is saying or who doesn't want to come to Africa, I think this person might be a white person who is behaving like a black person. I don't think, yeah, because
Yeah.
you see, we are telling the good news to people who understand it and who are loving to come to Africa. Nobody is forcing anybody to come to Africa by forcing. We cannot pay your plane ticket for you to come to Africa, but we are just trying to tell you, come to Africa and have a fun.
Yeah,
If
man.
you
Just that
really want to come, you
people
come.
just want to
Because
be. We can't even have like you see what's pissing me off is this, right? We're trying to promote positive relations here amongst black people, right? But people want to just come and just be insulting and be contrary, for no fucking reason. And conjure up shit that ain't happening. We got to do better than that. As black people, we got to do better than that, man.
Yeah.
We're about promoting positive relations amongst black people, black men and black women, black people, period. We getting slick fucking mouth people coming here being contrary, you know, and conjuring up shit that's not even real. Like we're trying to force you to go some damn where. We're just trying to have a conversation amongst black people and build amongst black people and present some information out there from people who live on the continent that you may not have heard before. That's all. No one's here to make anybody do anything. We're not putting a gun in nobody's head. We ain't got nobody's arm in a goddamn chicken wing and telling you you need to go to Africa or else. So you can keep your fucked up contrary comments to yourself. What's wrong with us now, man? We so goddamn petty,
Oh.
full of shit.
They're saying poor black righteous folk home is a woman. She has a channel, and she's not a white guy. Yeah. Okay.
I got to get off, y'all. I'll be back later.
Okay.
Keep it
What
going,
are
y'all.
we?
I'll be listening.
Okay. What are we supposedly pretending? That okay? There are some people that generally taking an interest in going to Africa, even if it's just to vacate, explore it. Are there some that's going as far as to move? Okay, if they're going to do that, we think they should have as much information as possible. You know, the good and the bad.
And
You know,
pretend about what? I'm just speaking about what I've seen personally. I have no reason to pretend or make up anything or speak about something that I don't know.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know where this anger is coming from for people who are curious about Africa, curious about going, curious about moving, just plain visiting. Most of the people either they ain't interested, in here ain't interested in going, or they just wants to go visit, see what it's like in that part of Africa, or they consider that'd be a good place to see the motherland, so to say. That's what they're going to do. But we do understand that no place is perfect. So if you want to go to say Ghana, that's more like the cities that you're used to, the town you're used to, the infrastructure, then you will go to Accra. If you're curious about the culture, the history and stuff like that, different things like that. But instead of asking questions about that, you're going on and on about, why don't we tell Africans to go back to Africa? They're gonna go. We don't, whether we tell them to or not. They
Hold
already
on,
know.
Dan. Let me. I'm sorry. Let me address something.
Mhm.
I saw something in the chat. Listen, I'm gonna say this right. We don't have a problem with people having a strong opinion or an opinion or a difference of opinion. We don't have no problem with that. You can express whatever you want to express. What I do have a problem with, though, is that you pretend like something is happening when it's not happening. No one is making you go anywhere. No one is even suggesting that you go anywhere. You do what you want to do and make your own decision. Your slick comments you can keep to yourself. You don't want to go nowhere? Okay, fine. You don't want to go anywhere. We're not here to make you go anywhere. So we're really not interested on whether you want to go anywhere or not. That's not what our focus is. We're trying to present some information. It's okay if you disagree. It's okay if you have a strong opinion about this or that. But don't pretend like we're trying to force you to do something and start talking out of your mouth sideways. That's what I got a problem with. That's the issue. You can keep that sideways shit in your mouth. Because we're not up here to force anybody to do anything. And I really don't like the indication that that's what we're trying to do. We ain't never been about that. We're trying to promote positive relations between black men and black women and black people. Africans are black people. It's where we come from. We can sit up here and argue about that for days, but that's where our ancestors come from. So they are our people just like we're their people. And we're trying to have positive relations. We're trying to bridge the gap. There's been some bad information given on both sides. And we're just trying to present the bad information along with the good information and let people make decisions on their own for themselves. Not here trying to push you to do anything. So you snapping on us, talking about some you ain't going no damn way and you ain't gonna do. Okay, that's not our concern because that's not what we're here to do. at all. We're not going to make you do anything. Okay? So,
Okay.
strong or otherwise, have all the opinions you want. Just don't snap on us and make it seem like we are trying to force you to do something. That's all I got an issue with.
Yeah.
Go ahead, ladies.
And don't confuse somebody's pride in their country, and they talking about the positive, the things they love about their country, as them pretending. Okay, there's you from America, whatever state you from, there's probably parts of that you love, and so when people ask you about it, you present that first, and then when they get down to the Pacifics, or or you ask a question, say, well, yeah, there's these bad issues and stuff like that, but that don't mean they pretending. That's just mean they are proud of their country, and they talking about the best things first, the positive things first. So, calm down. Nobody's pretending nothing. All right, ladies. Where were we before we got sidetracked? That comment right there, typing ain't snapping. That's snapping. All right. Sorry.
I think he was talking about what the welfare system, and
Oh, okay.
Abena was explaining what she thought about how that could be set up if we get some people to come visit and stay, right?
Yeah, yeah. I remember saying something about because the food is healthier, and that we
Yes.
walk everywhere we go, and you
Yeah.
have you have to work to eat and stuff like that. So you end up being healthy just trying to maintain work. That you don't need quite as much health care.
Right. And I feel like that's the problem that people ignore when they have talking points like that guy with the chicken. They say, "Oh, there's no welfare, there's no medical system." But the reason you need all those things is because you live in a corrupt, unhealthy society. But if you didn't, you wouldn't necessarily need those things. Do you think like people back in the day in the villages needed welfare? No, they had families to take
Yeah.
care of each other. There was nobody that was homeless. So it's like where we're here in America and we're so used to these creature comforts that have been set up to where we think, oh, I can't go anywhere else because I need my Edison, and I need my hi-fi, and I need my cable. But you can survive without those things.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now there was the question about no police. If you get attacked, you get killed, or you get beat up, let's say by your man or somebody else, you just got beat or stabbed or killed. There's no police.
They lie.
There is police.
Mm-hmm.
Who said
and,
there's
and
no police?
family
There's
members.
police.
There's police and family members, and there's street justice.
The police and family ministry. Okay, so it's okay. Let's use the example. Say I moved to Accra with my husband. Don't have it, but just say, and he beats up on me, and I reported to the police. What would happen?
Abena?
Haven't I
You
still
said
there?
what? Sorry. Can you hear me? Yes. Please, can you repeat the question?
Okay, if I was to move to Ghana with my husband, and my husband decided to beat up on me, and I report him to the police, what happens?
he will be arrested. He will be arrested, and the law is going to face the law. After that, if he face the law and it is supposed to be deported from the country, we will deport him to America. Yeah. So that is
Okay.
what they will do. But if he face the law and the law speak that maybe you have to be together or you have to come back, he have to come back to you, then that means they will just talk about it and be okay with her, he with him, then you go. But if they talk, they see what sins that he commit is very strong, then they have to deport him to his country.
Okay. Well, what if we are Ghanaian citizens by that time?
Okay, if you're
And
a Ghanaian citizen, then he might be in jail for maybe what he did, or he might be in prison for what he has done to you.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Now, so somebody be a little bit clear, because jail in Ghana and in some of these other countries is different from jail in America.
yeah,
So, so
Is it
jail.
worse? I think it's worse, right?
yeah. The worst one is Togo. Togo jail is very, very, very west. You can't even turn yourself.
Hmm.
Yeah, when you're in the jail, when you turn yourself, there's a pin is going to choke you. When you turn yourself, another one there's a pin. So when you are standing straight, you will be there without turning yourself, watching anything, nothing. You can't do anything. So you will be there till you rot and you die.
Yeah. Oh, Auntie said, look at the video where African lady was beat by her husband. The whole village came and dunked on his ass. He was hitting them high notes like Mariah Carey.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So,
saying about the street justice. So depending on what part, if you're like in a more westernized part, then yes, they would get arrested. But if you were more in the rural part or the villages, it would be the families would handle it.
Yeah. But you see, we normally like the family talking about this kind of relationship more than the court or more than the police station we reporting. So you might see that there's a beating or there's a something problem with a husband or a wife. The two family have to sit down and talk about it. If they sit up and they talk about it and they still the man is doing what he's doing or the woman is doing what he's doing, then they have to report the case to the police to come arrest the man or the woman. Yeah. So we normally deal with the family more than the cops.
okay. Okay. Do you know, Jazz, do you know how that will work in Nigeria?
Yeah, and what I just mentioned, it really depends on what part. So if you're like in Lagos or Abuja, then you could get the police involved. But if you're in the more traditional part, then it's a family thing or a neighborhood thing would handle it.
Ah, okay. So, the fact that there might the so-called there's no police, it must be some part of Africa he's thinking of. But yeah, most as far as I know, most country has their police or their military, and and there's certain rules about attacks and beatings and murder and stuff like that. At least every country has a thing against murder, or
Yeah.
killing somebody. It's one thing if you defending yourself, somebody attacking you and defend yourself, you happen to kill them. But it's another thing you just go outright to kill somebody, or somebody go outright to kill you. But okay, let me see what else he was talking about. Okay, out there, let me see. I'm trying to remember all the stuff he was saying. All that chicken smacking was distracting me.
That was ridiculous.
Oh my goodness. And then I think I recognized the chicken. I think it might have been Popeyes. But oh, oh, okay, let me see. Okay. Let me see. Okay, there's no welfare, uh which is right about women. Wait, did we touch welfare? Okay, there's
Yeah, we have
no
finished
food
with the
stamp.
welfare.
hmm Okay, there's no food stamp, no welfare, no government housing, no health care. But part of the health care is if you live there long enough, you will get healthier because one, you're eating fresh food, real food, and two, you pretty much gonna have to walk just about everywhere you're gonna have to go unless you catch the bus or what they call it, the trotro.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. And you're gonna need to work. You're not gonna just work just to pay bills. You're gonna work to eat too. Nothing like an empty refrigerator motivates you to go to work.
yeah,
See, and
Uh,
the funny thing is, a lot of the countries don't have welfare, but somehow they still make it work. Somehow, like people just stay with family members, or they just still find a way to survive.
yeah. Even the Americans that ended up over there, you
Mm,
know. Yeah, because they keep. I remember there was some talk about Americans are stranded there, and it's like I don't think they're stranded. It sounds like from some of them they're not stranded there. They there because they want to be. You know.
mm-hmm.
Uh huh. So it's not quite so bad. It ain't perfect. There's some good points and there's some bad points, but some of the bad points you can adjust them. It's not quite so bad. It's just that it's different from what you're used to.
Exactly.
hmm Yeah. So yeah. Oh, and about the butter biscuits, you didn't see when he took a bite of the biscuit when he dipped down. I saw that biscuit. Yeah. Yeah, I think he don't want to go to Africa because he don't want to give up his Popeyes, his Kentucky Fried Chicken, and them biscuits and stuff. Yeah, because it seems like me, most Americans that move to Africa, they kind of miss the fast food,
Mhm.
because
yeah,
they got used to it, and it sound until they get back and then they try it. I'm like, why was I wanting this so badly?
yeah. But the fast food is the one killing you guys. Fast food is killing American people, but they don't know. They have to come and eat it. They have to come and eat a by an egusi stew here, and they will be strong. That one, there's no fat in it.
Yeah. Yeah, shoots. Me and Briggs are thinking about having a bakery out there in Ghana. We don't think we're gonna get as many Ghanaians, but the Americans up there, oh yes, we're gonna reel them in. Nothing like sweets. That's the number. That's one of the number one addictions among Americans. Sweets, caffeine, salt.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. Mhm. So okay, let's see what else he was talking about. Okay. Um. Okay. He
Then
said
he
no
was
pie.
saying we have. I think he was saying we have no good food. Which kind of food that he wants that we don't have in Africa? All the
Is
kind of all the kind of good food we have. If he wants maybe the junk food that you have it in America, we also have it in Africa here. The normally the African people we don't eat. Yeah, we normally like our local food and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah. So hey, ooh, what happened? Okay. Just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna put the link in again in case she's Oh, there she is. All right. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I don't know what happened, but what was that? Okay. Um. Yeah. Yeah. From talking to Abner, some of the food we likes we can find in Ghana too. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah,
if you talk that's up there, it's like, yeah, they could get the foods there, and including probably the fast foods. Although it'll probably be just us Americans eating it.
yeah,
Yeah.
But even besides all that, like for him to mention welfare as one of the things that people are gonna miss, like that's an insult. That's an insult. So that's what he I mean, it says a lot about what he thinks about himself and his own community.
And his black community. That sounds definitely like the whites people's talking point.
Yep.
And the manospheres and the sissy bin. Oh no. No. He said black people.
Mhm.
Manosphere and sissy bin is black women.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mhm. So kitties in a making a cereal. Okay. Oh, okay. Somebody new come in and said no Ghanaian eat fast food, including KFC, Burger King, and Pizza Hut. That's why I said it'll probably be mostly Americans,
yeah,
American tourists. Because I know one of the first questions asked Abner, they asked what if do they have pizza up there?
yeah. We have it, but we don't eat. We have it. They think we have KFC over here. We have the pizza joint. We have kind of food that the fast food that you want. We have all here, but we don't like it. We normally like our local dishes like banku and tilapia, okra stew, yam, plantain. Those stuff we want. We don't need those kind of pizza and stuff. No.
Okay, well, they probably think y'all eat some weird stuff. Because, sometimes we have no idea what the food y'all be eating. We assume that it's gonna be something unusual or nasty or raw or or that we're gonna have to go out and kill our own chicken, kill our own goat, kill our own cow, milk our own cow, make our own butter and cheese. Like we go like y'all live in the days of Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is it. As we were talking, as a black people that they love to come and they want to instead of you want to eat your kind of your junk food and stuff, they have it here. If you want American food, we have. But let me tell you, when you come as a Ghanaian, we are not going to eat that food. We will not eat. We like to eat our local dishes because that is very healthy. And when we eat, we get strength from it. We like doing exercise. We like going training. And yeah,
Mhm. Okay. Well, okay. Here's an interesting thought. Okay, since we got Ghanaians and African here. What are some of the healthy foods that y'all eat in Ghana that they could probably find here or eat over here? That way, they can kind of prepare themselves ahead of time. If I'm going to visit, let me see what kind of Ghanaian dish I can try out here before I go over there.
okay. Well, you see, let me tell you something about the food that we eat over here. You see, we have the tribe. So every tribe and the kind of food they like or they eat. One, when you come to Ewe, the Ewe people, they like eating their food like the local food is akbele. Two, when you go to Nigeria, they eat food like eba
And we eat a
and
lot of
the
soups with
egusi stew.
greens
When you,
and palm
yeah,
oil
yeah. And then when
and
you, yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
light soup, yeah, and then hot pepper soup. And when you come to Ghana, for instance, I tell you the three people that is the Kumasi Ashanti region people eat fufu and then soup. When we come to Ghana, they eat banku or kinky. When we come to Eastern region, they also eat fufu, and then some people eat yam and then vegetables or yam and then kontomire. We call it palava sauce over here, and that is green green. They use green leaf to do, so we call it palava sauce. And you see, that's why I tell you when the Muslims also eat their TZ, that is a tozafi. So each and then the region or the language that we speak and then the food that they like or the food that they eat when it is healthy for them. But normally we all eat some of the other food like fufu, banku, yam, plantain, cocoyam, potato, and those stuff. And then we have the local potato. It's not. I'm not talking about a foreign potato. I'm talking about local potato. It's very very sweet.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So that is it.
Okay. Somebody asked, what is the bread? What is the breakfast dish with the egg in the middle and the tomato sauce?
Okay, the breakfast that we have in Ghana, we have a lot of breakfast. Some people like something like egg toasted with maybe tea, egg toasted with maybe porridge, egg toasted with rice porridge, egg something like maybe bread alone, or it depends on the kind of breakfast you want to take. Because some people like to eat heavy food as their breakfast
Hmm.
because the kind of work they are going to do with it, they don't want to eat light food as their breakfast. So we normally eat the heavy food for breakfast.
Yeah, for us, we have this thing that we call it akara, and it's made with ground black eyed peas mixed with some spices, and you fry it up into like little cakes. That's a breakfast dish. And then we also eat fried plantains for breakfast. We eat a lot of eggs as well, and we eat a lot of like porridge made with corn. And we also have another dish called gari,
Yeah,
made from cassava, and we drink that cold as well with some sugar, and sometimes we put peanuts in it as a snack.
yeah. Gary
Yeah, so
soak
we have
is
many different things.
yeah. So it depends on what the person wants to eat as a breakfast. Because some people want to eat wache, that's what they call it. 1K is not 1K, it's wache. And then they want to eat KK, Bankun. Everybody wants to eat the kind of food he or she will feel comfortable with as his breakfast.
And it looks like, I think the one thing a lot of our foods have in common is spices and pepper in a lot of the dishes. We have, like, if it doesn't have some type of pepper in it, it's not, or some type of spice that you can taste. Like they're heavily spiced, and we use a lot of pepper. That's one thing that a lot of our West African dishes have in common.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if it don't have some kind of spice kick to it, it's not considered seasoned.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. The egg dish that she was talking about, the egg and the tomato sauce. She said she think it's called uh
Isn't that wache?
shawarma.
Is that wache, Abena?
Yeah,
with the
watch it.
boiled egg?
Yes, that one is rice. Listen, that
Oh,
one
okay.
is rice and then beans. Cook it with the leaves, making it colorful. That is called watch it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's rice and then beans and then leaves, make it color. Then we add gari, then we add shito and then egg. That is called wachi.
Yep. And
Yeah,
we eat beef, of course, chicken, goat meat,
yeah, and those
all
things
kinds
we
of
have it.
fish.
All those things we have is fresh. The goat, the cow, the chicken. Yeah, and most of them like the chicken back. The chicken breast. I don't know the chicken breast without bones in it. No bones. We have it over here, and it's very fresh. If you
The
can, you
other
can.
the other thing
Yeah.
that's different between the meat in America and the meat in West Africa is the meat in America is much softer and cooks faster, and I
Yeah,
think it's because of how
yeah,
the
it's very
animals are
hot.
raised. So, for example, if you're really hungry, you cannot wait for a beef dish in West Africa because it's going to take a long time to cook that beef because the meat is very hard and tough because the animals are raised differently.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But when they are doing it as a kebab, when they are doing it
Hmm.
as a kebab, they make it flat. So when they put it on the fire, they make it cook early or it burn early to you for you to chew it. Yeah, because they slide it, so it make lightly when they put on the fire to cook fast.
Okay. So the meat will cook differently over
Hmm.
there here longer,
Yes.
Yeah,
probably because the animals are raised differently. They move around. Okay. All right. So I gotta if I go there and I'm cooking, I gotta rethink the amount of time it'll take for certain meats to cook.
Yep.
Hmm. Okay. 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 Now we have a few people obsessed that there are animals running wild in Africa. They don't want to encounter any wild animal.
uh
So where can they go, say in Ghana, Nigeria, where they don't have to deal with wild animals, running around or encountering
oh
them in the street?
okay, for Ghana you can walk around without wild animals. The wild animals, all of them are in zoo.
Hmm.
Unless if you want to see the wild animals, you'll go to the zoo before seeing them.
Yeah.
But
And the
animals that you gonna, yes,
Oh no, I was just gonna say, and then that's the other thing with people saying Africa, 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 like it's a
yeah,
country. Not all animals are native to all parts of Africa. Like I don't
yeah,
think giraffes are native to Nigeria. That's mostly like in the southern part of Africa, like, Tanzania and Uganda, like those countries. But there's like not all the animals that you see on these safari shows are everywhere on the continent.
yeah.
Okay, so I won't have to worry about if I walk along the countryside in Ghana, I'm going to run into a lion or a
No,
hyena or
no.
No, no.
or,
The kind of
or
animals you're gonna see them around is the rooster, the goats, the dogs,
Hmm.
the cats, and then the sheep, cows walking around. Those are the animals that you meet them walking around, and they'll be playing with you. Those stuff, yeah. And you will be happy to having seen those animals walking around all the time, making a whole lot of noise. Sometimes you can even hear it. This rooster will be making a whole lot of quick, 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 yeah. And then kind of bed, different kind of bells in the morning, in the evening.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm more likely to run into cats, dogs, and farm animals like goats and cows
Yep.
and sheep, occasional sheep and stuff like that.
Yeah, in the countryside.
Okay. Now this is just out of curiosity, because I know my grandfather isn't alive, but if I was to take my grandfather to Africa and he see chickens running around, he would take the chicken and take it with him because he feel it's free for anybody since it don't if it belonged to anybody it would be running around free. What would happen if he snatched the chicken that happened to be running around in the street and go take it to butcher it to eat? Because my grandfather's countryman, so he knows how to wring chicken necks and fuck the chicken and all that other stuff. What would happen?
I mean, I guess he could do that if it didn't belong to anybody. He could take it and keep it at his house and probably start raising chickens. Like when I
Oh,
went to visit my grandma some years ago, she lived like in the more rural part, kind of not too rural, but she had one chicken that she kept, and she used the chicken for eggs for breakfast.
Oh, okay.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, that would have been interesting if people chickens start disappearing because my grandfather see him on the side of the road and he's gonna take them. It'd be like he might be eating on it by the time they realize he got his chicken. They're like, "Hey, you that that chicken was mine." You probably say something. I don't see your name on it. Oh well, I'm sorry. It was a good chicken. You shouldn't have let it run loose. Probably about the same thing with ghosts running around. All right, all right. Uh, be right back.
Hmm. So, Abena,
Yeah.
have you ever been to the U.S.?
No, I never been to US before.
Would you like to come visit?
Yeah, I wish I could come there and visit and have a look how Americans do their things for me to know much about Americans and how the rainy season going on over there. Because I never see some. I have been hearing it, but I never seen it with my naked eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've probably never experienced snow, have you?
Oh yeah. The last time a friend of mine sent me a picture of snow and I watched it, I said, wow, these people are chilling and they are freezing.
Hmm.
I was
That's the
like,
other
oh,
thing that's not talked about. A lot of immigrants who come to the U.S. experience snow for the first time
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I
and the
wish I can
cold.
come there and then I'll see it and feel how the snow being being come on top of people and they chill or they
Hmm.
freeze.
It's
Then
cold.
I'll,
Yep.
yeah. Because for me,
Oh,
I want to come there, but I'll not stay. I just want to come back to Africa because I love my country.
Nice.
Yeah,
oh yeah. The misconception that Africa is hot all the time and
yeah,
freezing.
No, well, um, I was just asking her if she wanted to come visit and experience the snow because that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize is a lot of African immigrants when they come here they experience things like snow for the first time. Like
yeah.
they've
Oh,
never seen it before.
okay.
Yeah, because all we do to see that is the only pictures that
Hmm.
is sent to us, and we feel like, oh, they have some ice on the floor, they have this, but we never seen it with our naked eyes that this is how it looks like. This is how when you hold it, you feel it. No, because in Ghana we being hot all the time. By the time you see what the weather being cold is like the rainy season, that's all.
Hmm.
Apart from the we being hot all the time because when we are in dry season, every place is very hot.
Well, the Africans I met, They okay. They weren't surprised by snow. They were surprised at how we could play in the snow. Their experience
Mm.
with a snowball fight, snow angels, making snowmen. It's like they were fascinated with it, with the playing in the snow aspect of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it.
Yep. So I'm gonna have to hop off. Um, I want to thank you guys for having me on. Dame Frankie, thank you. What's the host of this channel's name?
Well,
Okay.
it's Abana, but the creator of the channel is
Oh, okay.
Maximum Black.
Maximum Black. Okay, yes, I am
Yeah.
subscribed, but I couldn't remember his name. I'm sorry. But
Okay.
yeah, I want to thank you guys. I will try to come by more often and hopefully get on the panel. I don't really like getting on panels that much, but I
Okay.
just thought I would weigh in this time, because you guys were talking about Nigeria.
Okay. Dang it, I had
So,
a question. I had another question. But
hmm
okay, I understand you gotta go.
oh, you had one more question?
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
real quick.
Okay. It's
Sure.
about the polygamy. There's a bunch
Oh,
of guys out in America thinking they're gonna come to Africa and marry as many women as they possibly can afford,
No.
or have multiple
No. No. No.
wives.
No.
What is polygamy is situation um in Africa?
um,
Okay.
in Nigeria, some people still do it. Not, it's not as pervasive as before, but we did have it traditionally. My great grandfather was a polygamist. But what people don't understand is like it's not just where the man goes out and picks out wives. Like my great grandfather, it was his first wife that picked his second wife. So it's not like what a lot of people think it is. And then a lot of times it can cause problems with the children. Like when parents die, there's problems with like assets and who gets what, and there's a lot of infighting because of it. And sometimes jealousy, where they feel like one person's mother was treated better than the other person's mother, things like that. So it can be complicated. It's not all roses like, a lot of people think it is. And it has to be to where the man can afford the wives. It's not the wives going out working and paying for the household. It's according to how many wives the man can afford to take care of.
So he can't just come in there, marry four. We'll say the max is the four women, and then sit on his butt and have them work and
No,
do everything.
no.
So he got to work four times as hard because he got four times the wives.
Hmm. And a lot of times, some people think that everybody lives in the same house. Not necessarily. A lot of times, the wives will have their own separate sections or their own separate quarters, depending on how big the compound is.
So it isn't unheard of for each wife to have her own house,
Yes,
and he just go from house to house.
right.
So, he got to have a
But they're
house
like
big
close
enough to
together.
accommodate all of them comfortably.
Yes.
But
Mm.
sometimes you see, it's not all of them who have been doing this kind of polygamy marriage. You see, most polygamy happen on the Muslims.
Yes. The
They
Muslims.
are the people who I think they understand the polygamy well. But most of the Christians doesn't understand it very well, so they don't build or they don't deal with polygamy. Yeah, because a whole lot of things happen when you marry more than two wives or one wife. Sometimes you may gain losing your children, or you may gain losing your wife. as well. Because the first wife that you got married to, and then the second wife that is coming, is preparing to to move the first wife from your heart. So whatever she would do to for you to forget the first wife, she will do. Assuming maybe you have a children with the first wife, or the first wife doesn't did not give birth, and you went and marry the second wife, and then the second wife give birth, what will you do? You will love the one who gave you the child than the one who did not give you a baby. So most of them does not understand it, so they don't fall or don't like the polygamy marriage. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, okay. Well, since we're talking about that, okay. What about absentee fathers? Is there is there do they have absentee fathers uh in Africa or the parts you are familiar with? I mean, I'm not talking about they died. I'm talking about they just left.
Yeah, we do have. We
Oh,
do have.
that's what the thing was. I knew now the child support. Okay,
Yes.
so if
Yes.
he just up and leave, is there any system in place to enforce that he take care of his children? You know, you know, garnish his checks. You know, put him in jail if he don't pay. You know, put money in to take care of the kids, anything like that. Or
Um,
do the, oh go ahead.
as far as I know, in Nigeria, no. I could be wrong though, because things change and they're becoming a lot more like the West. But as far as I know, no. And the absentee father thing, it does happen, but I can say specifically, traditionally, the Igbos, which my family is, they actually believe that the children belong to the father. So you will be hard pressed to find a man that leaves his children. If anything, he'll take his children with him away from the mother. And the Igbos are notorious for doing that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so and so so they would take the children.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I know a couple of stories like that.
Yeah, but it's not all of them who take the children. Some of them leave the children to the woman, and they don't care about the children.
Do you have any incidents like that? I know you
Yeah,
said York.
yeah,
Oh,
in Ghana,
Hmm.
especially most of fathers. I think there's one tribe that I think I forget the tribalism that when they give birth to their children, they don't take care of them. The father will not take care of them, but it will be the uncle who will come and take care of their children. I don't know. I forget the tribalism about, yeah. So if the father leaves and you did not get maybe the uncle to take care of you, then that means your mother have to take care of you.
okay. So, so the father could leave, but the uncle might be willing to step in and take care of the child. We
Yeah.
talking about financially, or just take them into their household and raise them.
Yeah, take them to the house and raise them. And sometimes it will be a financial helps. They will
Yeah.
be with the mother, but he will provide everything that the children's needs with
Yeah,
the mother.
like money for school and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Like it's like another man will come in and step in and try to help
yeah,
pay for the kids,
Okay. All
like a
right.
family member.
Okay. Okay. Let me take it another step. What if they were never married and she had a baby for this man and he just ups and leaves? The same thing would apply.
no,
Uh-oh.
Unless the family, yeah, unless the family knows you. But if the family doesn't knows you, they forget. He just leave the child
Hmm.
for you, and you have to take care of the child. Because if the family doesn't know you, no one can take care of the child. So the family knows that, hey, you as this guy's wife.
Okay. So the same thing apply in Nigeria, Jazz?
Yeah. Hmm. And then
Okay.
sometimes they'll even, if they're not married or the mom was really young, they'll put the child up for adoption or give the child to another family member to take care of, to raise. And I know some stories like that as well.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I understand you had to go. I didn't mean to hold you up. I
No, no,
just.
no worries.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Abna. Thank you, Dame Frankie.
Oh,
Thank you, Max.
thank you,
All
John.
right. All
Thank
right.
you.
Take
Nice
care.
to meet you.
All right.
Mhm. Okay. Well, she had to go. I couldn't hold her
Yeah,
up. Okay. All right.
yeah.
Now, the next
Uh,
question is they keep talking about the police, but there's also gangs running. There's gangs, thugs, whatever, gangs in Africa. Is that true?
games. Is it
Gang,
games?
Gang,
Okay,
gangs.
games. Okay, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of games over here.
Hmm.
No, can you repeat the question again? Sorry.
Okay. Uh, are there gangs in Africa? You know, or some people refer to them as thugs, but they all together in a group, and they have, you know, they do illegal activities together.
Yeah, yeah, we have games in Ghana. Yeah, I don't know about other places, but I know in Ghana we have it.
Hmm.
And some of the games, like you see, more people or more friends coming together to join, and they do it. And
Okay.
I'm
Go
back.
ahead, Max.
Yeah. And shout out to Jazz for showing up.
Hmm.
Appreciate it. She was a beautiful black woman coming up here, hanging out with the E Nation
Hmm.
on
yeah,
Team Black Star. And shout out to everybody in the chat showing up as usual. Supportive. Belmore, big in the chat. Very active. Hassan Burton, Briggs. Shout out to everybody holding it down for us. Our biggest supporters. I do want to say something about the gang. I don't think she understood you. I think
Oh,
she
okay.
think you mean game. But I do want to talk about one gang that I know of, and they're out of Kenya. They're called Superpower. I don't know if they made their way over to Ghana yet or anywhere else in Africa, but I do know that they are in Kenya. And there's a cop out there. They call a killer cop. His name is Rashid, and he out there blowing them away left and right. And I don't know what Superpower does. I don't know how they do their gangs over there. I don't know if they're like the gangs over here, but that's the only gang that I ever heard of. And they're out of Kenya, and they call themselves Superpower. And that cop over there named Rashid, he on their ass though. All right, he is on their ass, man. Them cops in Kenya, they don't play any games, man. And but that's the only gang I know of. I don't know if any other gangs are. Abby, are there any gangs in Africa? I mean, not Africa,
no,
in Ghana.
okay, no, 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 no,
Hmm.
no.
But I do know one in Kenya. Okay, and
Okay,
yeah, that gang is called Superpower. But like
okay,
again, but then they got the cops on their ass though. That dude Rashid over there, that dude ain't no joke. Yo, they're not playing with them fools over there. Okay.
Okay.
Um, yeah, we had I had a video in the chat of him blowing one away in broad daylight. Like, he shot him like 8 or 9 times or something like that. It's like, so they're definitely not playing with them over there. But Kenyan police, I know, is a little bit different than Ghana police. Kenyan police are more, they will pull their guns real quick. Okay, so I don't know about Ghana police, but from what I've seen from the Kenyans, they pulling that burner out. Now here's another thing. Talk about guns, Abby. Like, can you own a gun in Africa?
No, we don't own it. The people who have it is only the politician, the police, or the stars, like the musician that
Mm-hmm.
have registered to use a gun. Apart from that, no one use a gun.
Okay, so if you're a musician, you can own a gun.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait.
so so
Okay.
what if a person is a rapper?
Yes, because he's a musician also. He's a rapper. He's in the is in the same way as a musician is done, so he can
But I
use
don't
it.
understand if other people, if the regular folks can't have guns, right?
Yeah,
Then what are the musicians afraid of? Why
yeah.
they get to
Sometimes,
have guns and nobody else?
yeah. The reason why they want to use the gun is that sometimes they might go for a program in the or maybe they might performing on a stage, and somebody can do something bad to them, so they need to use the gun to defend themselves. Like assuming I have
Okay.
maybe I have a catapult, I can throw it in between of them
Hmm.
and something might be happening.
But I tell you what, though, I do like the concept that Africa don't want the people having guns. That also lends to longevity. You know what I'm saying? The people are not shooting each other every time you turn around, so you have a longer life expectancy. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that. I think that I think they shouldn't have. Nobody should have guns, even the cops. Well, only the cops have guns for specific reasons. You know what I'm saying? And just the military. Other than that, I don't think anybody should have a gun. Sometimes, like I know in some of the Asian cops, they carry sticks instead of guns, and they
Yeah.
will work you over with those sticks. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I like the fact that you shouldn't have guns because there's too many. That's one of the problems with America is gun violence. Everybody's got a gun. Kids got guns. Every time you turn around, somebody's getting shot. And when you
Hmm.
got a lunatic that is shooting, when you have a lunatic that is shooting a 3-year-old child,
Oh,
right? Yeah, see, people like that shouldn't have a gun. You know, a maniac
yeah.
like that shouldn't have a gun. Yeah. But I like the concept that they don't have guns.
Yeah.
So, okay, you was getting ready to say something, Dan?
Oh, I was just curious about why musicians were so special, but y'all answer that question. They
Yeah.
answered the question in the chat.
Yeah.
But somebody said, but
Well,
you still can get macheted to death by a lunatic stalker.
yeah, but you can defend yourself from a machete. It's hard to defend yourself, from a gun because the bullet is so fast. A machete, if you in shape, you can pretty much dodge a machete swing, and you can pretty much counter. With machete, all you got to do has learned a little basic self defense on how to counter moves like that, you can defend yourself against somebody wielding a machete. You know what I'm saying? But a gun, that's a whole different animal. You know, knives are hard to defend yourself against too because of the speed. You know, some people can wield knives with blinded speed, and you can't. You know, before you can even react, they already stab you in the heart or something. You know what I'm saying? So, knives and guns are problematic, but machetes, that's a big, long, cumbersome weapon. Okay, they gotta, get momentum. They gotta reel back. They gotta do a whole lot of things to wield that machete. By the time they get all that done, you can set up the way to block it or counter it. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
not the same weapon as a small knife, which can be wielded with blinded speed. You
Uh-huh.
know, you can pretty much see a machete swing coming because it's a big, long, cumbersome weapon. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I wouldn't be afraid of someone with a machete because you can pretty much get, get the upper hand on them. All you gotta do is trap that arm one time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, yeah. You trap that arm and hook that arm. You break that arm, and machete falls to the ground. So, and by the time they get the swing off and whatnot, you can get close to them. You can get up in their face by the time they get a swing off. So, I wouldn't be worried about too much about a machete. But winding down, ladies. I wanted to ask you this, Abby. What about
Okay.
uh, absentee fathers? Is there a lot of that going on in Ghana? What's the penalty? Do they because when we talked about child support, right?
Yeah.
So do African males get to walk away from their responsibility?
Yeah. Some of them, not all. Some of them
Uh,
walk away and they leave their responsibility for the women to do that.
so they don't make it. So they don't make the father be a father. They don't make the father support the child.
Yeah, when the father go away, sometimes if the father did not support, then that means the family have to support the child. But if the family is not supporting the child, then that means you, the woman, you have to do it. You have to do it by yourself.
Ooh, that's a
Yeah,
game changer there.
yeah. So that is
Yeah,
how it
that's
is.
yeah, that's a game changer there. That wouldn't be very popular. But like over here, there's so many problems with deadbeat dads. But the system over here forces you to take care of your child through child support. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
go, yeah. So I don't know. That's pretty rough right there. That's a pretty rough one right there.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off. I enjoyed it. Team Black Star, y'all, with the African Princess. You know, Victoria Albina Beko. You were
yeah.
great. Thanks for having me on your show. I'm gonna leave
Thank,
you. I'm gonna let you and Dane close it out. I got something to do. All
okay,
right.
thank you too.
Okay. Is there anything you want to say before we go?
Oh, okay, I want to thank everybody in the chat that they make and they come to hear the good news that we want to give it to everybody. And we thank everybody in the chat too as they hear and they support the, the channel. Yeah. I would like to say
Okay.
thank you to Auntie, thank you to Vermont, thank you to Nikki Nikki, and then thank you to Dame Frankie as my lady. Thank you everyone for you supporting us, supporting the E Nation. and then when it's time to take.
All right, everyone. Peace, power, and unity. And we're going out.